Well, thanks to Redbird Flight Simulators, a missionary to the Bahamas is on the receiving end of generosity. Redbird is donating their services to help him get his pilot certificate. AOPA.org's Alyssa Miller has that story.
The Bahamas are beautiful, but a pain to get around by land and sea.
Transportation and logistics inside the Bahamas is very difficult.
So for Bahamas Habitat Executive Director Abraham McIntyre, taking to the skies will help his higher calling.
One is to be able to respond very quickly after a natural disaster or a house fire, something that happens on another island.
The missionary has already been introduced to general aviation.
At first, mostly in an Aztec, just sitting in the right seat and flying with the pilot and going about the islands. But then as everything has kind of progressed, spent a lot more time in the right seat of a lot of different airplanes, Barons and Cherokee 6 and 182s, and then through that we actually was able to have at least one Cherokee 6 that we had for about 6 months, and so that's where I got my first kind of left seat experience.
Now he's about to take flight again, but this time as pilot in command.
The day after Easter Monday, I'll be headed to Redbird Flight Simulators at Skyport, and we'll begin a 3-week intensive course there, which will be obviously very simulator heavy up until the check ride and then getting out into the actual plane.
He can't wait to be able to use his ticket for good.
So I'll be able to go right back into the Bahamas and start flying missions, right off the bat, basically.
And thanks to Redbird, he'll earn his wings. At Sun and Fun, Alyssa Miller, AOPA Live.
Abraham is part of a group of 10 to 12 students who will be going through Redbird's training program to work through the entire private pilot training program in a simulator, including a mock check ride, before ever setting foot in an airplane. After that, the students will transition to a Cessna 172 and complete 10 hours of solo work. Abraham should have his private pilot certificate in hand by the end of April, but Redbird will report on the results of the group's training at EAA AirVenture this summer.